The festive time of year is right around the corner, as is my annual anxiety about the impact this has on the environment. I'm talking about the amount of wrapping paper and sticky tape that end up getting binned, the cheap novelty gifts and plastic toys that just end up on landfill, and how normalised it is to buy brand new. Quantity over quality. Children are given so many things for Christmas, things they don't want or need, just for the thrill of ripping back the paper, for the surprise and excitement element of it all. It has been shown, by the way, that the more items children get, the less value they set upon them. And because, as a society, we are leaning towards low quality, cheap plastic toys and buying them brand new in bulk, it means less value for children. They may play with them for a bit, but then they either break or the novelty wears off and they just end up getting binned. This is why buying second-hand is so important. Second-hand purchasing isn't just for people who can't afford to buy brand new. It's to give thousands of items a chance for a second life before they are binned. Third, fourth chances even, if the toys are good quality. Then there are places like Temu and Shein that sell too good to be true cheap stuff, which is cheap for a reason, by the way, and those reasons are never good. But we don't just overindulge in gift giving, do we? We also go over the top with food. And since becoming a vegan, this is another major anxiety for me. A true, very valid concern. One of my favourite facts about veganism, or should I say plant-based alternatives, is that they say vegan on them, but that only means that they are suitable for vegans. Whereas what these labels should really say is that this food item is suitable for everyone. A plant-based diet is not restrictive. The only restrictive food items are those containing dairy for the lactose intolerant, sugar for the diabetics, gluten for the gluten intolerant, pork or non-halal meat for the Muslims, animal products for vegans. These are what are restrictive. A lot of plant-based foods are naturally low in sugar, obviously don't contain dairy, gluten-free and mostly halal too. I will say this probably 1,000 times, but I am not saying any of this to make others feel bad. If anyone does feel bad for their part in animal exploitation, then that is on them to look at themselves and to make changes in their lives instead of turning a blind eye and burying their heads in the sand. I am also not shoving veganism down your throat or forcing veganism onto others. It has become so normalised to consume animals because of all the huge industries making money from it. People get brainwashed into thinking they need to eat meat to survive when they simply don't. Plant-based alternatives are so good these days that consuming meat really is not necessary. Veganism is on the rise though, and these big industries know this, which is why it is now becoming illegal to name plant-based alternatives with meaty words. Because God forbid a non-vegan gets confused and accidentally picks up a plant-based burger. They aren't going to spend money on educating the public on the benefits of plant-based alternatives or a plant-based diet because that will lose them too much money. That is all they care about. The animals, the environment, the health of the public, that is what vegan activists care about. You may feel like vegan activists are extremists, stopping you in the streets, organising vigils outside slaughterhouses, protests outside Starbucks, but who else is going to do it? Vegans are the minority and don't have big industries backing them, so they need to shout louder. They need to do all they can to get their point across. For them, it's not about money, to guilt shame, to be superior, for power. It's for the animals, for the environment. That's all vegans care about. So next time you're shopping for your Christmas dinner or a festive party, maybe stop and think a little longer. Maybe just try the plant-based alternative. What have you got to lose? But also, think about what the animals have to lose when you choose to eat them.